All right, here we go. Welcome in tonight, Friday, July 19, 2019. Everybody's been waiting for tonight because they wanted to hear what I had to say. And on the topic of social media power, and why is it so important? Everybody's been hearing me talk about it for probably the last umpteen months, years, weeks, days, hours, minutes, and seconds. Why is social media so important? Why do I spend so much time on social media and everyone else? A lot of old school type selling people probably hate social media. They probably even hate the word. And I get it. I understand all of you. But I'm going to explain to you in 4 parts everything about social media, how, when, where, why, and all of that sort of thing. All at once. And I'm going to kind of break it down into 4 sections that I'm going to start with now. I'll put some of it up here on the whiteboard. Bigger one. Everyone asked me to get a bigger one, so I got a little bit bigger one. I wish I could have found an even bigger one. But and then we'll talk about the rest of it in other sections. Sound and video, fine. During this chat, Adam from Adam's Exploits YouTube channel, you can click on his name, is over there in the chat. He'll be adminning for us in case there's any issues or in case you guys have questions, concerns, or other things. So the live count, woo, crazy numbers. I can't see the live count. eBay's been having a lot of glitches, so I can't actually tell how many people are in the chat. But thank you to everyone who is here in the chat. So I don't want to hold anyone up. And anybody who watches this on repeat, if you're not watching this on July 19, 2019 at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until about 8:45, 9, it is not live any longer. And yeah, so hello to everyone in the chat. Let's jump into it. And I've kind of got a little script here on my phone, on my iPad. Hopefully they don't die, so I'll be able to read this off to you guys because I planned all these notes and all that stuff. So yeah, so we're just going to call this the Social Media Power Hour for everyone that's here. And that's what I'm going to call it, because what you're going to learn here from this video, from this chat, from this little mini webinar, little teaching instruction is going to show you everything you need to know to get started. Now, once we're done, there's a whole lot more sources and videos I can offer you. But this video here is going to give you a ton of information, and hopefully it's going to show you exactly what you need to get started tonight, tomorrow, the same, things that I do on a daily basis. So without further ado, I know I sent out hundreds of emails for people to use the link and join, but I can't tell how many are live. So let's just jump into it. Why am I doing this presentation? Why are you guys even here? Why are you watching this video about social media? Well, my guess is that you either are a reseller or you run some form of eBay, Amazon, Posh, Shopify, private label. You own some business where you're trying to sell something, where you're trying to push a product, push a service, push a business, create a brand, sell merchandise that you've bought from stores, maybe merchandise that you've made, maybe merchandise that you've imported. Whatever the reasons are, you're trying to make money, which is what we're all trying to do. And you want to know what you got to do to get in front of more customers. And so I learned an important lesson the other day from one of the people that I watch. His name is Billy Jean. Is in any business, whether you're a YouTuber that's trying to get views or an eBay store that's trying to get people to buy your stuff, or maybe you own your own product on your own website, maybe you're Kylie Jenner selling your own makeup, whatever it is, is it Kylie? She's the billionaire makeup girl. I don't know. You guys know who I'm talking about. You have to get in front of as many people as possible. If nobody sees your product, you can have the greatest product in the world, the greatest eBay store in the world, the greatest items. You never, ever, ever will sell a single item. So the point of tonight's video is going to be getting in front of the most eyeballs. So back in the day, and I'm kind of going off script a little bit here, but back in the day, everyone used to use what kind of advertising? Everyone knows. TV, radio, billboards, newspapers, the bus stop with the bench on it where you put your name. All those things are years past. Nobody uses the newspaper anymore. Nobody uses the bus stops much. Maybe some realtors or a pawn shop or something like that. Nobody uses billboards except like big time McDonald's, Best Buy, the giant companies that they're expensive for one. And two, they are, meant for those bigger highway type companies. So welcome in, Chris Kreider. Thank you. So we want to talk about advertising, because advertising is marketing, and marketing is how you get in front of people, and getting in front of people is how you sell anything, no matter what it is. Even if you're a pizza shop on the corner, if you want to sell more pizza, you need to put out a Instagram coupon Friday, $5 Fridays, $5 pizza. How many people have gone on and seen Domino's pop up an ad and then you open your app and you order Domino's, right? That's how it works. You see something on Facebook, you see something on Instagram, and you buy it or you click it. There are girls on Instagram selling millions of dollars in merchandise that they don't even own. They simply put up a link to a website with a dress that you buy and they get to make money off of it. So that's how people buy stuff these days. They see ads, they see their phones, they see advertisements on Instagram, Facebook, and that's how business operates. No matter what the business is, I can insert X widget, eBay merchandise, Amazon, Poshmark, it doesn't matter what it is, YouTube views, it's all widgets that you have to get in front of people. The more eyes, the more people you get in front of. And let me tell you, this is going to be, I'm going to step out to the whiteboard for this little part of it. Let me grab my handy dandy little pen here. And this is going to put this into perspective for you guys. Let me give you a couple of stats and numbers. If you don't think social media is all it's built up to be, or you're that person that says you don't have followers or whatever, I'm going to explain it to you in numbers that everyone here can't possibly not understand. So let me tell you this. For 2000, this is stats from 2018, I believe, which will just be even bigger for this year, right? So what's the first thing everybody does when you get up in the morning? In the chat, real quick. Put it in the chat real quick live. What is the first thing that almost every single person, everyone knows it's me, every person in this chat does? The very first thing you do when you wake up in the morning, before your feet even hit the ground in most cases, right? Side of buses, Chris said. Yeah. So what's the first thing? All of you that are in the chat, what's the first thing that almost all of you do? Put it in the chat. I want to see it up in the live chat, see how many people answer with the answer that I think they're about to say. I might have to refresh this. The chat is like not working. Brush my teeth. Sometimes before you even hit the floor with your feet. Yeah, the video is blurry for a second because it's probably trying to zoom in and out to catch up with me. Check your email. Check Facebook. Look at all these people. Look at the chat coming in that they say. Check my phone. Right, check phone. Phone, coffee. Some people said coffee, brush my teeth. Snuggle with a puppy. Check my phone. Sanders says, yeah, everybody. Almost 90% of people, the first thing they do every morning is they check their phone. Absolutely 100% a fact. They check their phone. And most of the time, checking your phone amounts to checking Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is that you're on. So let me give you these numbers. These numbers are going to blow your mind. I'm going to see how many people can guess these numbers. So the very first one, how many times a day do you think people check their phones, or how often do they pick up their phones, look at their phones all day long? Remember, there's 24 hours in a day. You're awake for like 16 of it, give or take, 60 minutes per hour, right? So let's just say you're awake 16 hours a day at 60 minutes. That's 960 minutes a day. How many minutes out of the day, or how many times a day do you think people check their phones? Anybody have a guess? How many times a day do we pick up the phone and look at it? How many minutes, how many hours, how much time do you think we spend in front of it? Somebody have a guess on that? We'll see how many people come close to it. So this is going to be, look, this is how many times. So the first thing that you do is you check your phone. And after that, I'm going to put down the numbers. This is going to blow your mind. You guys aren't even going to believe that this is the number of times that people check their phones. 200 times, Adam says, every 10 minutes, 6 times a day, at least 500. We got numbers all over the place. This is crazy. Okay, so Debbie said every 10 minutes, 5 hours total, 64 minutes, 200, lots of people. Okay, so the average person checks their phone. Every time they check their phone, they spend 3 minutes on their phone, right? Average time. They check their phone every 12 minutes. Every 12 minutes. So you break that down over a 60-minute hour, right? That's 5 times an hour for 3 minutes each. That's 15 minutes per hour. 1/4 out of every hour that you are awake. And if you're awake for 16 hours, which some of us aren't, because I'm awake more than that, that means 4 hours a day, 30 days a month, 120 hours a month is spent on your phone. Everybody with me on that? Does that surprise anybody? Is anybody shocked by that number? Constantly, 500, 1,000 times. I can't count that high. Right, exactly. And that is based off of people that don't even do what you and I may do. We probably spend more time than that on our phones and on our iPads. This is mobile, iPad, phone, everything kind of combined. 120 hours a month, 4 hours a day. 4 hours a day. Is that go crazy? When do people work? Great question. Fantastic question. Most of the people that work jobs do this at night, before dinner, after dinner. They're able to spend an hour or two on their phone. Right. And then when you take that 120 hours times 12 months a year, you can see where I'm going with this. That's why it's so important that if you want a product in front of people's eyes, where are people's eyes all day long? They're right here. They're on this thing all day long. I'm guilty of it. I mean, I run a business off of it. Becky says kind of low. I don't think that's low at all. I don't think that's all. Adam said more than half of all commerce sales are made on mobile devices. Right. In fact, last year it was 62% of all eBay sales were made. 62% of all sales are mobile sales. 62%. And this year it's estimated that it's going to hit 68 was their estimate. They're actually saying it could get to 70% by 2020. 70%. That's almost three quarters. Almost three quarters. You're talking about just shy of 75% of all sales, right? Dwayne says, pause, I need to check my phone. Yeah, kind of low. It's not kind of low. Okay, so that number is crazy. Now, of this 120 hours, can anybody guess what percent of the 120 hours is spent on social media outside of checking websites or checking emails? And emails is important too. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Outside of games and CNN or TMZ or whatever else you guys do, texting with your friends, your family, whatever, what percent of daily phone usage is spent on social media? That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Snapchat, all of them combined. What percent? And it's probably, the percent that I have is probably low. And the reason that I think it's low is because there's so many new things. Again, this is 2018 I'm going off of, so it's probably even higher for this year. What percent of all these hours is spent on social media? What percent? Social media percentage. What percent is it? You guys know? What do you guys think? 90%, Benjamin says. Benjamin Frasca says 90% of all time spent on the phone is spent on social media. Most of it. 95, 85, 20. Dale says 20%. 65. Christine Vanderwall, 65%. 85% from Jake. Sparky says 75. Couple of you close here. 87% of all time spent on the phone is spent on one of those platforms. 87% of 120 hours per person per day or per month spent on social media platforms. 87%. Mine's probably, I do a lot of different business things on mine, so mine might be a little lower. Majority of my time is spent on social media, but I do spend a lot of other time doing other stuff. If you add my email, iPhone has a great new thing called Screen Time. You can actually see how much time you spend on every platform and everything. Anybody with an iPhone, put it in the chat. Have you used the Screen Time? Have you tracked what you've done? This is super important. Damn, 87%. Yeah, these are numbers. And I challenge you guys. You don't have to do this, but I challenge you after this video, starting this weekend, start at Sunday, start at Monday, whatever. Track how much time, if you have an iPhone, actually you're spending on it, or manually do it. Just write down. I mean, I know it's a pain in the butt. We check our phones 397 times a day, but anyways, so mind blown. Now, if you wanted to sell a product, and I told you all these numbers, and you didn't know anything about it being social media marketing, or you're not even on social media, you don't even have an Instagram, and I told you how would you go about getting in front of people as many times as possible with as many products as possible? Where does it make sense? Look, right here, guys, right here. This is where people are spending time. This is why you see people on Instagram and Facebook marketing all day. They're spending, 4 hours a day, and like 3 hours and 40 minutes of it are spent on Facebook and Instagram. So this is why it's so important. I'm going to sit down for a minute. This is why it's so important that you guys actually use this, and this is not even including, some of this stuff doesn't even include like direct email marketing or advertising, which is just as good. YouTube videos people spend. Do you guys know? Look, I'm going to give you another thing. Let me tell you these numbers, right? This one's going to blow your mind too. Does anybody know how many people on a daily basis use Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, or how many videos are watched every day? I have this somewhere. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to tell you guys this. Facebook currently has 2.3 billion users. Facebook, right? Facebook is 2.3 billion users. Instagram is 1.3 billion. And YouTube, does anybody know, anybody have a guess? Nobody will get this right because I couldn't even get this right. I wasn't even close. How many videos a day are watched on YouTube? How many videos a day do people watch on YouTube? I spend a lot of time on the desktop. I'm scared to know. 80% sharing Posh count as social media? Not really. 3 battery packs to Vegas. Yeah, I'll have multiple battery packs. In fact, I have one of my battery packs right here from eBay Open last year. I have one with duals too. Make sure you guys invest in this. The people that made these and sold these are geniuses, by the way. How many videos a day are on YouTube or watched? Individual videos, not minutes or hours of watch time. Just individual plays on a video. Now, it could be that they watch it for 10 seconds. I know, but let's just see. How many videos a day do people watch on YouTube? No one's going to believe this. No one's going to believe this number. 5 billion, 2.3 something, 2 million, 320 million, 8 million. Well, I'll stop you because Christine's got it. Christine hit it on the head. 5.1 billion videos a day people watch on YouTube. Now, you might say to yourself, wow, you're competing with a whole bunch of people. Yeah, you're right. But what other activity in the world do 5.1 billion people, almost the entire population of the world, mind you, which is like 7.2 billion or something, somebody can check me on that, almost the entire population of the world worth of videos every single day on YouTube. 5.1 billion videos a day are watched on YouTube. So, okay. With that being said, what does all this mean? Why did I tell you all this? Why did I give you all these facts? All that stuff. Because it's just a bunch of huge numbers, right? Well, the answer is no matter what you do now, whether you're a reseller, if you make jewelry, that you want to sell jewelry and earrings and rings and necklaces to people, if you have a pizza shop down the road, if you're Best Buy, if you are the Rockstar Flipper trying to ask people to watch your videos to learn or educate or for entertainment or any other reason, and you want to get your product, your service, your video, whatever it is, your video is your product, your jewelry is your product, your Poshmark closet is your product, whatever it is, you have to go where people are. You can't put an ad in a newspaper because nobody's going to see it. You have to be where people are going to see it. Now, the second half of this, so that's part one. Why do we do it? Part two is going to be how we do it. Part two is going to be which platforms. Part three, which I kind of just told you which platforms, those are the 3, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, which are the biggest. Twitter's pretty big, and Pinterest and some other ones that we'll talk about in a second. So step 2 will be what platforms and why do we use those platforms. So 1 is why we do it in general. 2, which platforms and why. 3 that I'm going to show you is how we do it. And 4 is how you actually make money off of it in multiple different ways. Okay, so let's go number 2. Let me get back up. I might as well just stand up. I should just get rid of this chair, right? Because probably easier. Okay, so which platforms? These are the 3 big dogs right here. You're talking about billions in B's, these 3 platforms. If you're not on these 3 platforms, and for social media purposes, YouTube is kind of its own little world. If you're not the video person, you don't have to, but I'm telling you this marketing right here. I mean, look, you guys are watching me on YouTube right now to learn, right? So some people are not video people. I understand it completely. I understand totally that you may not be in that video world, but you definitely have to be on these 2, right? And isn't it funny that Facebook owns Instagram? Did everybody know that? Facebook owns Instagram. No surprise, they bought them years ago. Okay, so these 2 big ones, 3.6 billion individual users between the 2 platforms, a lot of overlap. You can assume that probably out of 3.6, like 2.5 are probably unique. I don't know, 60%, 70%, somebody can check them out. Okay, so on these 2 platforms, outside of these, Pinterest is a good one. It's pretty popular in the female world, fashion, photography, services. I don't use Pinterest, but Pinterest is pretty popular. Twitter, which would be probably a close 4th to the other 3. Twitter is kind of more of a, I don't know, I call it like real-time updates. Whereas Facebook, people post things for you to see later. YouTube is videos you can watch anytime. Instagram is kind of as you're going about your day, going about things. I kind of see Facebook as the long-term poster. Instagram is the middle of the line poster, like, hey, look what I did all day. Facebook, look what I've done all month. Twitter, look what I'm doing right now, like real-time news almost. That's how I see the Twitter feed updates. Whenever I'm looking for breaking news, I almost always check Twitter to see what the updates are, as opposed to checking Facebook or Instagram because they're usually behind. I don't know. People just go to Twitter for like live breaking type things. So anyways, it's still a huge platform, hundreds of millions of users. It might be over 1 billion. I didn't even check the number on that one. So these are the platforms that you definitely should be on. I use Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter because they auto post between each other through Instagram, and of course I make videos here on YouTube. The more platforms you use, the better chance you have of getting in front of more and more people. Obviously, Facebook, where do you want to go? Well, you want to have your own Facebook business page. Whatever you're selling, whatever you're marketing, whatever you're advertising, you need a Facebook business page, not just your regular Facebook, Casey Paris page. Create a page, Rockstar Flipper. It's a business page. It's very, very easy. I have videos. If you look down in the links below, there's a link directly to all of my videos. Everything you're going to see me say and hear here are available. I put them on sale, super cheap, $19. You will learn how to do everything I'm going to show you tonight in depth. I'm going to tell you about it here tonight because this is all important that you do it, but you have to know how to actually implement it to monetize it. That means make money off of it. So Facebook, first thing you want to do, and I'll put it down here, probably be easier for you guys to see. You want a business page. When people go to Best Buy, they don't see the CEO's Facebook page. They see Best Buy's page, right? You got to have a business page. The other thing you want to have in Facebook is a group, at least. Why do you want a group on Facebook? Well, if you are a jewelry maker and you're trying to sell your jewelry to people, especially people that you hope will become return customers, repeat customers, a group is the only place where they can come together and talk. The only place where you can come together as a group publicly and discuss the quality of your jewelry, discuss what they like about it, discuss how it looks, leave some pictures. They could do it on your Facebook page, but other people are just going on there to review you, like you, check you out, get your information. A group gives a place for people to gather day after day after day. Why? Well, because people spend 4 hours a day on their phone on social media, 87% of it. Give them a group. Give them somewhere to go. If they're going to spend 4 hours a day, you need them to spend as much time with you as possible. If you are intending on sending somebody to your eBay store to buy all of the fancy clothes and shirts and dresses that you've posted, and they're going to be on their phone 4 hours a day, you need to take them away from this 4 hours of social media and send them to you, to your website, to your store, to your business, whatever it is. Facebook group is a place that you can do that. You guys know I have a group. I send you to YouTube videos. I send you to learn. I send you to educate. I teach you things. I sell you things. I help you. I answer things. You have to answer and help people if you're going to be on a Facebook group. Keep that in mind. It takes time. Everything takes time. Nothing happens overnight. The other part of Facebook is like yard sale groups, things like that. There's all kinds of different groups that you can mingle in that you don't own. I do that too. Okay, so for Twitter, Twitter's kind of easier. There's no groups, there's no pages, there's nothing. Twitter is just a real-time live where you can post things, tag people, follow people, and keep up with the trending things. And if people are looking for things that are trending, if they're looking for jewelry, if they're looking for a cool 50s poodle skirt and you happen to have one in your eBay store, boom. So this is more like real time, like I said. Twitter's kind of a lower rung. I don't use it all that much. I do use it a little bit, a couple thousand people on there. But it's more like just news in real time. That would be more for like, I don't know, somebody to do like flash sales, or somebody who might run like a news website or a drama alert, or something like that. So what about Pinterest? Yeah, we mentioned Pinterest up there. Facebook bought Instagram in April 2012. Yeah, they've owned them for quite a few years. Gonna complain, I can't hear you too well. Oh, Becky, sorry about that. Should be loud enough. I'm talking loud enough. Should be able to hear it. I can turn the volume up just a hair here. Give me just a second. I'll turn it up just a little bit more for you guys. Okay, it should be a little bit louder now. Okay, so that's Twitter. Instagram. How is Instagram beneficial and how do you use it? So a lot of people don't understand Instagram, and they think that you have to have a big following. And this goes for Twitter too. On Facebook it helps, but on Instagram and Twitter they have these fancy things called hashtags, right? Hashtags. Okay? And hashtags are that fancy little number sign, whatever you call it. This allows people to search for keywords without actually following you. So again, if you're a jewelry seller and you do hashtag vintage ring or mood ring, somebody can find you, right? Am I going to cover MailChimp and other emails? Yes, we're going to talk about that in just a second. So these fancy hashtags make it so that you don't have to have a following. Now, social media as a whole, obviously the more people that follow you, the more people that watch, the more money and the more products you can sell. But they've made it awesome to where people don't have to follow you to find you. That's the importance of hashtags with Instagram and Twitter. Now, the last one is YouTube. Now, YouTube on its own is its own algorithm of how they rank videos, but you have to make videos that people are looking for using search terms and topics. And that's going to lead me into my next stage of stage 3 before I take you to stage 4. So YouTube is just, videos that, and I want you to remember this line, that help people. They help people, okay? And that goes for everything up here. And I'm going to teach you guys a lesson with business that will help you on any platform sell any product or service at all. Can't see the board. Should be able to see it now. Okay? Is there a place called Facebook Marketplace? Yes, there is a place called Facebook Marketplace. It is to sell your goods. I'll talk about that in a second. Okay, so you have to make videos and content that help people. What does that mean? It means solving a problem. The way that people get rich is they solve a problem. First, you have to identify a problem, and then you have to identify if you have a skill that will solve that problem. So let me give you a couple of big examples and a couple of small examples. So, small example, Tony down the road owns a pizza shop. The problem is people get hungry and don't want to cook. Tony's solution is he makes pizzas. Boom, Domino's, they make pizzas. Mark Zuckerberg made Facebook. What was the problem? The problem was people wanted a way to connect with their friends and family from across the country and across the world. So what did Mark make? Mark made a website where you could go on and follow your friends and family. He solved a problem. The bigger the problem and the more people that have that problem, the more money you can make. If you solve a problem of people need their cat sketched, there's not a whole lot of people that want to pay somebody to sketch their cat. Although that was a business on Shark Tank, it's not really a big multi-billion-dollar company. However, when you go to somebody like a doctor, a cancer doctor, many people get cancer. It's a very important problem. It's a well-paying, huge problem, hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars a year. That doctor can solve a problem, or at least try to, that he's well compensated for. So you have to, as eBay sellers, we solve a problem that people want to buy affordable clothing or affordable items at an affordable price. The more items we have, the more problems we can solve. If we have 100 items, we can only solve and make 100 people happy. We're limited, if we make $10 in profit, to $1,000 in profit if every item sold tomorrow. That's the maximum problems we can solve, right? As a YouTube person who makes a video teaching somebody how to change a tire, millions of people might be interested in how to change a tire. You've now solved millions of problems equal to millions of views equal to money. So the more problems and the more important the problem, the more money you can make. So you need to identify what problems you can solve, which ones are bigger, which ones are more important, and go with that. Okay, so type blurry. We were doing selling on eBay with fixed income. Right, okay. So the whole point of social media is solving problems and getting your solution, your product, your service in front of as many people as possible. Okay, so that's number 2, why you would do it and what platforms. Let's move on to number 3 of how you do it. Okay, so I'm not going to go step by step through each platform, but I am going to teach you a little bit while we're here right now how you can use these platforms to create content that people will actually, 1, find, and 2, people will actually watch. Because if no one's going to watch it, you can create 1,000 videos and nobody's going to actually watch it, right? Okay. So, and again, if you guys really want all the step-by-step everything's, it's down below. You can use the link. I put it on sale. It's $19, and I will walk you through every one of these platforms, through all the content that I do, and how I link it. Okay, so how do we use these platforms? So step 3 is going to be how do we actually use the platforms, and step 4 is going to be how we make money on them. So we're on number 3. So using the platforms requires a combination of 3 things. So number one is consistency. If you remember back to our example of TV commercials or radio ads or anything else, or even YouTube ads and website ads that you see come across, what is the one thing that you see every single time you get on an ad or you watch a YouTube video and you say every time you see an ad? Anybody know what the first thing they say as soon as they see it? Besides, I want to skip this or whatever. What is something else you notice about all the ads on YouTube, all the ads on a website, all the ads wherever you go? And it used to be true, and it still is true for TV, and for radio. And I mean this by what do you notice about all of the successful ones, not the garbage ones, all the successful ones. What is the one thing that you notice about all of them? Becky, this does, you have to invest in yourself. AOL may have been first before Facebook. That's true, Sparky, back in the day. What's the one thing, though, that you guys see every time you see a YouTube video ad or something else? They're selling you something. They're memorable. Yeah, selling you something almost always. If somebody's paying for an ad, they're selling you something. There's no doubt about it. Being memorable. She's on the right track. Suzette's on the right track. Jen has YouTube Red and ad blockers. Yeah, YouTube Red's good. I like to support people, though, so watch the ads. But what do you notice about that? They're loud. They keep it short. They're clickbait. They target the audience. Yeah, targeted entertainment. Okay, all great answers and all right. They're targeting you. They're selling you something. They're memorable. The memorable part is on the right track. What is the one thing that they always do? They're always repetitive. You see them over and over and over again, right? Catchy, informative in the first 5 seconds. Humor, all good answers. It's that you continually see them every day, all the time. Suzette just put it, they're repeated, usually trending when I'm looking up. Yeah, they are targeted. There's no doubt about them being targeted. That's 2019 and beyond targeting, ad targeting, great. They happen over and over and over again. Cheryl said it, they solve a problem. Yeah, some of them solve problems, some of them just create problems. They're repetitive. Why? Because step number one of social media 101, number one, there's 3 social media 101 rules. Consistent. People will forget about you in 2 days. The average person will not remember what they saw 2 days ago on social media, right? Consistent, every day. Anybody know who Tai Lopez is? Anybody know who Tai is? Everybody knows who Tai is. You've ever watched a YouTube video with Tai Lopez? Yeah, right. Okay. Tai spent $16 million in 2017, 2018 on YouTube ads in order to make sure his ads played 500 million times a year. 500 million times a year. In 1 year, Tai Lopez's ad showed up on a YouTube video. 500 million times. Do you guys understand the amount of times that showed up to people on a given day? That is, I don't even know, 1.369 million ads playing a day. He was in front of 1.3 million people a day. You want to talk about consistency? Every time I opened a video, I saw Tai. All day, every day, no matter where I went. You guys have probably seen it with Grant Cardone and several other ones. Can't hear you when you're facing the whiteboard. Okay, sorry, Adam. I got you. So, rule number 1, consistency. You have to be on these sites every single day. Vic's Village just pointed out my next point. It takes 7 views to be memorable. The average consumer needs to see something over 6 times. The number is 6.2. But yes, 7 views a day in order to actually convert to a buyer or seller. If somebody just seen you for the first time, they almost never, ever, ever buy anything. Or go to your store, or go to your website, or recruit your services, or buy your pizza. Unless it's something crazy, I mean, they're almost never going to do it right away. Consistency every single day. If I go 2 days without using Instagram or Facebook, I wake up and I've got 0 notifications. I post something, boom, 100 right away. Consistency, number 1. Number 2 rule of social media is quality. Quality. Now, you want to have quantity and you want to have consistency, but it also has to be good. It has to solve a problem. It has to be educational and have a purpose, right? Has to have a purpose. Quality and consistency, 1 and 2, absolutely, positively a must. You have to do it every day, and it has to be quality. Go take a look at some of your favorite YouTubers. Go take a look at some of your favorite Instagram people. How often do they go more than a day or 2 without posting something? Most of them, it's every day, right? You had YouTubers blow up. Why did they blow up? Jake Pauls of the world, the Casey Neistats of the world. Why? Because they daily vlogged every single day. It was almost like, think of it like an episode of a TV show that you watch where you know every day at 6 p.m. that show's on Monday through Friday. Saturday, Sunday, you're not worried about it. Monday through Friday, every day, 6 p.m., you're going to get on TV and you're going to watch that show. It's a consistent schedule. Now, some people do once a week or maybe every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Whatever your schedule is, you're consistent, you stick to it, and you do it as much as possible. And when you do it with quality. The more quality, the better. Now, rule number 3, this one might surprise some people, but rule number 3, what does everybody think rule number 3 of social media is? Rule number 3. And this is kind of a combo like rule 3A, rule 3B. Why is Casey Neistat so popular? Because of daily vlogs. Yes, Casey Neistat had 500,000 subscribers before he daily vlogged. Once he daily vlogged for 3 years, he catapulted to 11, I think he might be at 12 or 13 million subscribers now. That happened in 3 years' time. That's 3.5 million. Renee, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Advertisers who display wads of cash and show flashy cars annoy me. Yeah, but you know what? You remember them and you go visit their thing. We'll get into content in just a second. Because I'm going to wrap this all into one big how-to in just a minute. What's rule number 3 of social media? Consistency, stick to a schedule. Rule number 2 is quality. Of course, that makes sense, right? What is rule number 3 of social media? Does anybody know rule number 3? And it's going to surprise you. It's like 3A, 3B. Acknowledge your viewers and subscribers. Suzette, are you professional on social media? So she's got part of it, acknowledging your viewers and subscribers. So I put this into rule 3A and 3B. So 3A and 3B. 3A is you have to interact. You have to interact. You have to say hello to people. You have to talk to them. You can't just hide behind a screen. You have to be interactive with your audience, right? Interact with the users. Absolutely right. 3B goes along with that. Don't be rude and fake. Don't be rude and fake. People on the internet will rip you apart. They'll figure it out. They'll find out. They'll learn everything they have to learn about you in about 2 seconds. They'll Google you. They'll research you. They'll background check you. Trust me. Interact with them, but don't be rude to them. Don't be rude. Because people won't come back. Once somebody leaves your channel, there's a 98% chance they will never come back and watch you ever again. You've lost them as a customer forever. As a viewer, as anything. Be authentic. That's a great win. But the rule of 3A is interact with people, but interact correctly. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't stand up for yourself because I have to stand up for myself all the time. And there are some people that I don't want as a customer or some people I don't want to interact with because they either have bad intentions, they're trolling, they're being rude, whatever it is. So that is the 3 rules of social media. Consistency in a schedule, quality, and interaction. If you do all that, you will organically build followers. Now, there are a ton of other ways. Get people to shout you out, make friends, network, do collaborations. Yeah, we say hello to everyone who comes in by name. Absolutely. Say hello to as many people as you can. Mix it up. Talk to people. Chat with people. Email people back. Spend the time you can spend on interacting with people as much as possible. By the way, hello to Landshark Picker. Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay. So now that we have it all together, we know what platforms to use. We know why we should be using them. We know the numbers. We know the 3 rules of social media, what we have to do every day. What should we be posting and how should we grow followers? How do we do it? Okay, so on Facebook, I just told you need to have a Facebook group for whatever your topic is, or you need to be active in already established Facebook groups. Why? Because there's a place for thousands of people to congregate that you can create relationships with to send to channels. Don't go spamming a Facebook group with your YouTube link or your eBay store or your private label product or anything else, your pizza shop, because you'll get booted. You have to network and be authentic. If you're simply in a group just to spam your post, you're not going to make friends. You're going to get kicked out, blocked, and no one's going to go look at your stuff, right? Okay, so rule number 1, go to Facebook groups, make friends, learn what people know, learn what they do, see what they do, follow what they do, follow them, interact with them, comment on things, like things, be interactive in the group. Create your own Facebook business page, Add it to your business cards, add it to your website, add it anywhere you can add it to send people to your Facebook page. Because every time you make a post on your Facebook business page, there's a chance they're going to see it. Your newest update, your newest product, your newest sale, your newest service, your newest video. Okay, so Facebook, the groups, and your Facebook business page. 1 and 2, 100% the two things you should be doing nonstop. Those two things should be your Facebook thing every day, like a routine, a schedule on Facebook. Okay, the second one, Instagram. Same thing, but you're going to need to do 4 things on Instagram. You need to post content. You need to post pictures, whether it's a picture of your products, a picture of your office, picture of your eBay store, maybe a cool item that you got. Maybe you own a pizza shop and you take a picture of a delivery or a nice new pizza coming out. You're a jewelry maker and you take pictures of some new rings you made over the weekend. You're a YouTuber and you take a screenshot of the thumbnail for your newest video. That should be the content on your Instagram feed. And there are a ton of ways to make that content stand out, to filter it, to edit it, all kinds of things you can do to make it better. Hashtags, comments, all that stuff. Okay. Okay, so the next thing to do on Instagram is stories. So the story, if you've ever been on Instagram, if you haven't, you won't know this. The stories is that little thing that appears at the top where you can click it and people can do little live videos, little recorded stories, recorded pictures. They also give you the ability, once you have enough followers, to use that story to send people directly to a product, that's swipe up, or directly to a service or video. So it's a very important thing. That's number 2. Number 3 is the Instagram Live. That's IGTV or Instagram Live. That's where you can do just like a YouTube or a Facebook Live. You can go on Instagram Live and talk to your audience. You should be doing those once a week at least. You should be doing some Instagram stories every day, just like your post. Number 3 is that you should be spending time visiting other people's Instagram pages, interacting with them, finding out who their audience is, talking to them, getting them to recommend you, getting them to collaborate, do a giveaway. Giveaways are a great way to build an audience. All of those things on Instagram, that should be the 4 things you do every week. Finally, on Twitter, just as things break, if you release a new sale, if you have something come up, if something crazy happens, a news story happens about your industry, all of a sudden YouTube's down for the day, Twitter goes up, post a post on Twitter that says, hey guys, sorry, my YouTube channel is down. Just kidding, all of YouTube's down, boom. Stuff like that, real life thing. So that is, those 3 platforms that you should be doing every day. Now, if you are on YouTube, if you're brave enough to come behind the video and get on YouTube, you should be creating videos when you begin as much as possible. I'm not going to say every day is necessary. The more you create, the better, as long as it's quality. But if you need to spend more time making quality and only post 3 or 4 times a day or a week, that's okay as well. But YouTube is video content, replying to the comments that you get, and also going out to other platform video makers that are in your niche or genre, like other people that sell on eBay, and networking with them, commenting on their videos, asking them to contact you, asking if they're interested in doing a video together, asking them if they want to do a live show. Whatever it is, reach out to other people. The more people that recommend you, the more eyeballs you're going to get in front of. We keep getting back to this. The more eyeballs that you will get in front of. Okay, so those are the 4 platforms that I recommend: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Now, you can use Pinterest, you can use Snapchat, you can use Tumblr, all great platforms as well, but those 4 main ones are the ones that matter. Now, they have to be quality content, and for that, there's a lot of apps. I'll give you guys one really inside tip, and this is sort of the things that you'll learn inside of the video course down below. Now, also, guys, that video course down below has all of my social media videos in it that'll teach you how to use these platforms top to bottom, and I'm going to be adding an additional set of videos to it. Everyone who purchases it using the links will get those additional videos when I put them up as soon as we get back from Vegas, because I'm actually going to interview some people in Vegas about social media and get their tips and tricks that I wanted to add some additional videos for you guys. So this particular app is called Image Quote. And what this allows you to do, you can write it down, it's called Image Quote. It's free, but you get a limited amount, and then you can pay for other ones. But what I use it for, and I'll show you guys as soon as it lets me do it. Of course, it froze. Look, completely frozen. Okay, there we go. So it allows you to take a picture that's on your phone, and let's just say I'll take this picture of Florida that I did, right? And then you can double tap. And you could do this on a lot of apps. This just happens to be one that I use. Any app that you want. And just, let's just say I want to say Florida. Florida is awesome on this thing. Right? And then I could put it was said by me or Rockstar Flipper, whatever. And then I have a picture with some text in the middle of it, right? Kind of like those motivational ones that you see. Anyways, that one looks like a stupid picture, but you get the point of what you can do. There are tons of apps to edit content, filter it, make it brighter, look fake like a Kardashian, but that is what social media requires. Now, my thing says be authentic, 100% authentic. Don't lie about what's in your picture or what you're doing, but if you want to enhance the picture and make it look brighter and catchier and eye-catching, and you have to catch people's attention as they scroll through, that's perfectly okay. There's nothing fake about filtering a picture. If you're photoshopping, yourself down to being like a skinny whatever, or you're photoshopping your chest bigger, or you're photoshopping, scar out of you, that's a little bit, I don't like that sort of thing, and I don't justify that. I don't have a problem if you want to brighten the sun up or make your drink look brighter. I do that stuff, but I'm never going to filter me. I'm going to let me be me. So one part of that. Okay. So, yeah, if you want to watch the replay, yeah, anybody watching this, the replay is available. Absolutely. I just saw that from Landshark Picker. Sorry about that, bud. So that is kind of like your daily, thing, and there's tips and tricks, lots of apps that you can use. I talk about them all down there. How to make quality content, how to get people to interact back with you. It's all a part of those videos, and that's all a part of that consistency, quality, and interaction on social media. So, fourth part of this, now that we know how to do it and how to make it better, how do you actually make money? How does each platform allow you to make money? This is going to be the last part, so appreciate you guys who stuck with me through the first 45 minutes. Okay, so each platform has its own unique ways of making money. Let's talk about Facebook first. Obviously, if you have a Facebook business page, you can link a website. You can link an eBay store, an Amazon store, a Posh Closet, right? You can link all of these things in order to send your customers to the store to buy your products or services. You can also take Facebook, and if you own a group, you can do the same thing by advertising products. Any of you that are inside of my group know that I do that. Now, there's another way that we'll talk about in just a second that you can add additional income. Instagram, same thing. You're going to take pictures of products, services, anything that you have, you'll post the pictures of it, and up in your Instagram, in the profile, you can link a website, or you can link an eBay store. If you use a website called Linktree, which is another one of my tips and secrets, I'll give you a couple of them down in those videos. Linktree allows you to link multiple websites, your eBay store, your Posh Closet, your YouTube channel, your normal website, your Twitter. You can link all of those in a row, and people can click and visit any of them. So you could send them right to a product that you just posted on eBay, and they'll be able to go right to it, click it, and buy it. That's how Instagram makes money. Also, in your stories, they can swipe up. If you don't know what that is, Google it, or again, get my videos. I'll teach you. Stories at the top, you can, once you hit 10,000 followers, you can link a product. Like, let's say you post a picture, and I'll give you a good example. Hey guys, I just picked up this amazing Jay Garcia tie. It's up in my store for 15 bucks. Swipe up and grab it. Somebody swipes up, goes right to the tie, they click it, they buy it. You just sold a tie because of your Instagram account. On Twitter, all you get is the ability to link things. You have no stories, you have no videos. You do have videos, but not great. But your basic linking is what you would do on Twitter. You'd copy and paste the URL from the Jay Garcia tie, you'd paste it into Twitter, and send somebody off to that. The more followers, the more likely somebody's going to go and see it. Also, the hashtags for Jay Garcia. If people are looking for Jay Garcia, they find you because of the hashtag, then they click it, then they buy it. YouTube. Now, YouTube has an interesting way to make money. We all know people get paid for views. If you don't know how YouTube works, you watch my video, an ad runs, I get a half a penny. 1,000 people watch it, I get $5, $7, whatever it is. And that's how YouTube works. Also, YouTube works because you have a description box below the video where you can sell products or link stores. It's all about linking the products in the stores. You just have to get people to go. Again, consistency, quality, and interaction. More followers, more people, more eyeballs. Send them off and buy your stuff. Finally is something called an affiliate link. And that is what's really important. I talk about affiliates down in those videos. The affiliate link means you're going to sell somebody else's goods. Let's say that Adam comes to me and Adam says, hey, Casey, I have an amazing Jay Garcia tie for sale. I've got 20 of them. I'm selling them for 20 bucks a piece. If you can find me some buyers, I'll give you $2 every time you sell one of these. So Adam gives me a link to his tie, his 20 ties, and that link is special to me only. So every time somebody buys one through that link, it tracks it, and there's a lot of programs that do it and a lot of websites that do it, and I talk about it. Amazon has a fantastic one. eBay has one as well. Like to know it. Women in this chat might know, like to know it. And so the tie link that Adam gave me, I put it in my Instagram and on my Facebook and on my Twitter and in my YouTube videos. And all of a sudden, Adam wakes up and all 20 ties sold because I linked it. All 20 ties sold. People in my chats loved it. They all went. They all bought it. Adam goes, wow, you just sold my 20 ties for 20 bucks a piece for $400. I made $15 profit each. I made $300. And I'm going to go ahead and give you your $2 each, your 40 bucks. I just made $40 simply by linking Adam's tie. I didn't have to hold the inventory. I didn't have to ship it. I didn't have to buy it. I didn't have to store it. All I did was link his tie, and I get paid. It's just like a commission, just like a sales guy at a car dealership. He sells a Mustang. Ford makes $10,000, and they give him a $500 commission. That's all it is. It's commission. It's called affiliates. All you have to do, create affiliate links through Amazon, eBay, or Like to Know It, or other websites. Target has one. Start linking them. Start getting paid. All right, so that's how you monetize the channels, and there's about 50 other ways to monetize them. Advertisements, sponsorships, product placement, tons of ways. Talk about it all down there. So any questions, I'm going to open it up to everybody before I leave this little mini video training thing out for everyone public. We had some questions, swipe up, confused. Okay, so on Instagram, Instagram has the ability, instead of posting a normal post in your Instagram feed, there's something called a story. It's up in the top corner. You can click that and you can add a story, a video, a picture, whatever you want. And that story is what appears at the top of Instagram. I'll show you. If you haven't used Instagram, you're probably not familiar with this, but let me show you guys just what I'm talking about, right? Just a second. So on Instagram, you have your normal feed, right? Right? We have our normal Instagram feed, but across the top, we can see some of our friends. And if I click one of them, he's posted a story. It lasts for 24 hours. See? Picture of his car. And then it just keeps swiping. There's an advertisement. Somebody's paid for an advertisement. Look, somebody posted a picture, video of themselves at the beach as a story. It scrolls through, right? And as you watch the story, it goes away. And then there's another one, right? So you can post things as a story. Now, once you hit 10,000 followers, it allows you to add a link to a website or an item in the story. And when you swipe up, when one of your viewers swipes up, they will be sent directly to that website, directly to that product link, whatever link you put there, they'll be sent to. If you put your Posh Closet link, they'll go to Posh. That's how it works. Instagram can go to anything you want it to, Benjamin. What happened to beta program for helping list for a fee? I think you're talking about Sellhound, and that is still on. You have to go on Sellhound's app, and they have it. Do you sell the same item on different platforms at the same time? Absolutely. So again, how many eyeballs can you get your product in front of? If you're selling an item that's good for eBay, Amazon, and Posh, put it on all three. Be careful to take it down. And then market it across all social media. If you're selling a course on healthy eating, if you want to teach people how to eat healthier and be fit in a training program, and you put all this program together and you're selling it for 50 bucks and you want as many people in the world to buy it, you want to put it on every platform, everywhere you can, on your website, on your Facebook, on your Instagram, on your Twitter. You have to use everything all at once. Do you think it's worth just doing Instagram? So in my opinion, that's a great question. Beth Schroeder just said, I believe that Instagram is the most powerful platform. Facebook is a very close second. For me, YouTube is separate of those two. If we're talking about social media platforms, Instagram 1, Facebook 2, Twitter and Pinterest 3 and 4. And then if we move over to video platforms, you know, YouTube is in a world all its own. Twitch for video gamers and IRL, but YouTube is kind of its own separate thing. As far as marketing for me, though, YouTube has a lot of success and it's monetized. You know, it's right there with Instagram. So I use everything. It's all important. Sellhound is only doing fashion right now. Yes, Jen, that's correct. So, you know, the more eyeballs, the better. You know, 101, social media 101 rules, consistency, all of that, but consistency across all the platforms. You have to be on a platform every day or every other day or every couple of days to make sure people don't forget about you and they keep coming back. Because remember, somebody's going to see you 6 times before they're going to buy a product. You're going to have to send them 6 emails. So that's where I want to close the video on emails. The other great thing about social media is it allows you to network and get people to your own platform or website. One of the great things about being able to pull people off of a social media site is once they trust you enough to go to your website or your product or your store, maybe they buy from you, maybe they don't, you can ask them politely for their email. Once you have their email and you save it, you can use programs like MailChimp or Constant Contact. They're free for a while and then you have to pay for them once you get enough emails. I know this sounds crazy, but if you can get a couple hundred emails from people that trust you or watch you or visit you, and all of a sudden you send it out and you say, hey guys, I got some fresh new neckties in. I know a lot of you guys are interested in ties. A lot of you have bought from me. I picked up these great 10 new ties. You send that email out to 100 people with 10 pictures and 10 links. You might sell 5 of those ties overnight. All of a sudden you've sold more in one day because of your email than you sold all day on eBay because you have a clientele, a customer base that's interested in what you sell and interested in what you have to say. Where would I suggest a novice to start? Instagram is super easy. I absolutely suggest that if you're new, even if you have a little experience, I suggest the videos. They're going to show you step by step how to create posts, how to create stories, how to do everything you need to do on social media to get your name out there and to make money. How to monetize them, how to do everything. Can I do a sample Instagram marketing post to show how do you see everyone you mentioned? I posted it on Instagram, but tons of people do and say that. So how is it similar or dissimilar from Facebook? So Instagram is dissimilar from Facebook because of hashtags. One word, hashtags. So again, if this was a Gucci tie, and in fact, I might have the Gucci tie. I do. Go figure. I have a Gucci tie, right? If I list this Gucci tie for sale on a platform, wherever I list it, eBay, whatever, and I take the Gucci tie and I post a picture of it on Instagram and I say, hey guys, this Gucci tie is amazing. I just put it out for sale. If you're interested in it, go use the link in my profile and check out this Gucci tie on my eBay store. Hashtag eBay, hashtag Gucci, hashtag tie, hashtag necktie, Italian silk, whatever. Anybody who searches for those terms will get to see this tie. They'll get to see this. They'll see that you posted an Italian silk Gucci tie on your eBay store, as long as they scroll through far enough, depending on how long they take to look at it. Even if they don't follow you, they're going to see that. And that's what's different about Facebook from Instagram. Instagram allows them to find you and see you without even following you. Done. They'll see this tie, they'll click it, they'll go buy it. You don't even have any idea who they are. And now they're going to follow you. And the next time you post a tie that says, hey, I got this new Burberry tie, they might love it and they might go buy that. Always building an audience. Always. How can you get items sponsored on eBay, YouTube, and Instagram? So sponsorships require you to get big. The bigger you are, the more companies will start reaching out to you to put their products and services on your page. Do you remove the item off social media after it sells? No, typically not. You can update it as sold, but if it falls back far enough, no big deal. Casey, will this video be available in the paid group for viewing later? Adam, good question. Maybe. Let me think about that one. I think so. Where does Bonanza rank? Way down the list. It's terribly slow. Benjamin has a great question. What about hashtag overkill? Yes, you can overkill. So 2 things not to do with hashtags when you're hashtagging. Think of hashtags as like a search term. You don't want to use terms that are irrelevant. You don't want to hashtag a Gucci tie with the word Burberry. You're going to get people that want to look at Burberry who are going to pop up with Gucci results. They don't want to see Gucci. They want to see Burberry. Now, they might be interested in Gucci. You might get lucky and one of them's like, well, I really wanted a Burberry tie, but this Gucci's cool. I'll buy it. Typically, you don't want to do that. Irrelevant terms don't matter. And putting too many up can drag down the search, for sure. You can definitely delete a picture off Instagram or social media if you sell an item. Hashtag all the keywords. Yeah, hashtagging is important. You definitely end up like a Google result. That's true. It's true. Renee, we'll see you soon. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. So the big part about social media is that no matter what you do on social media, no matter what you post, no matter what you're selling, after you get the balance of being consistent every day and putting up quality merchandise, that you have to understand that you have to continually reach new people. You have to have new products, new services, new options, new everything. You have to constantly be reaching out to new people. So that's, part of the social media 101 consistency as well, is consistently reaching out to new people. Okay, so that's kind of a wrap up of like what you can do. I recommend Instagram, I recommend Facebook, I recommend YouTube, but Instagram is probably the one that you want to start. Adam's linking the whole set inside of the chat. Also, it's down in the description box below, right down there in that box that says see more. You should see the link. It will walk you through. The videos are going to walk you through all of these 3 platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. They're going to touch on Twitter, and it's also going to show you how I do my email marketing, how to create good posts, how to use good terms, how to write good clickbait emails without being clickbaity. You want to be attractive. We don't want to be clickbaity. We want to be attractive. You don't want to put, clickbait is something that's totally false. Like, I made $50,000 today in 5 minutes. That's clickbait. It's not true. But if you put, I bought $100 worth of stuff at the thrift store to sell for $500, that might come across as clickbait to some people, but that's an absolute fact. If you went out to the thrift store and you spent $100 and you think that stuff's going to sell for $500 or $600, that's a reasonably good post title that is catchy and attractive, but not clickbaity. Some people would disagree, but I don't. I think if it's fact, it's not clickbait. So the videos will teach you how to write attractive comments, attractive posts, attractive interactions, how to be nice to people, how to make videos, how to monetize, how to input affiliate links, how to sign up for affiliate sites. It is all included down there when you watch those videos. And again, you're going to get an additional set of videos that I'm going to be uploading to it when I get back from Vegas. That will be included with all of that. So you'll get both sets. It'll be automatically updated as soon as they are uploaded and done, and emailed to you automatically for everyone that uses that link to grab them. They're only $19. They will teach you everything you need to know about social media. They will get you started, and I promise you, when you start using social media, you will find more sales, more money, and it is one more part of your business. Remember, business is a huge pie. Poshmark, eBay pie, Amazon pie, Mercari pie, social media sales. Imagine if you could just sell 1 item, 2 items, 3 items a week on social media, 10, 12, 15 a month, and all of a sudden you're making an extra $15 or $20 an item. You just made yourself, an extra, I don't know, you're making 15 an item, you're selling an extra, 10 or 12, an extra $200 a month, $300 a month. You start adding these little streams of income on, and you slowly grow each one as you get more experience. And eventually you figure out how to make $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $10,000 a month on social media. So, my mentor, Casey, said stop spending money. So stop spending money means stop spending frivolous money. Investing in your business, investing in yourself is not frivolous money. It's an investment that will pay off. I mean, stop buying things like 20 PlayStation games this month. That's not going to help you make any money. Okay. Savvy Saver, God, 3 times fast. Trying hard to get followers, but I'm doing something wrong. It means you're not creating quality content and quality interactions. Get the videos. They'll help you out. They'll help you grow a following. So anyways, thank you a million times over. I appreciate this. Oh yes, Wayne, it is in the bundle. I meant to say that. If you have already signed up for the mentorship program or my full training, you already have these videos, you will get the updated videos. Yes, they will be included to you. Anybody else who does not have those, that link is for you. You can also get my entire training program. Email me, rockstarflipper@gmail.com. I'll send you the whole thing. The social media videos will be included with that training. Yeah, you should definitely open your Facebook, social media, Instagrams as a business account if at all possible, or move them over. Can I do a similar set on selling on Amazon? Yes, I have a training program all about selling on Amazon. It's available. It's got an entire set of videos. I will put that in there. Adam probably has the link. I don't know. The Amazon training videos are right there. And that's it. So with that said, I'll leave you guys to get back to your social media. Hit me up. Follow me, Rockstar Flipper, on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Join the Facebook group. All the links, everything you need. Grab my videos below. Make sure you listen to them. Ask me questions. find out what you need to do, and get to working on it. You guys got to start using social media to sell other products and services and make more money. I'll see everyone in Vegas, everyone in the chat, Jen and Adam and everybody else. Thank you guys for joining me for this quick little video. Share this around with all your friends, and I'm going to make it available to everyone on replay. So if you came in late, please do watch the replay. Thanks for staying with me for an hour, and I got a lot of work to do. We leave in like a day and a half. So good night, everyone. Happy social media posting, and get lots of followers. Bye, guys.